It's Jasmine Nicole. Welcome and welcome back to Weight with Jazz, a safe space where we talk about all things weight related, a little bit of my life, as well as everything else. Welcome. So let's tap back into these Doge $5,000 dividend checks that everyone is pondering whether we're going to receive or not, if it's actually a real idea. This idea is a real proposal presented and looks like it's funded through Elon Musk, okay, which seems to be the funder. But this stimulus check is a real thing, an effort to re-stimulate the economy after the extreme federal job cuts. So this is a thing. So it's likely to really happen. It's all over the media. President Trump and Elon Musk are making direct contact and communication about this proposal. So it's likely to occur. So the idea of a $5,000 Doge check has recently captured the attention of the social media and the public alike. The initiative proposal, backed by Elon Musk, is seen as a potential lifeline for the U.S. economy under the Trump administration. According to James Fishback, of CEO of Azoria, is the main mastermind behind the plan, suggesting that American taxpayers receive these checks as a part of a broader economic strategy. This is a strategy, just as I presumed, a strategy to re-stimulate the economy. You take something away, you have to be able to give back. So with this major move of federal job cuts, something was going to come to re-stimulate the economy. Fishback's proposal involves utilizing savings from the Department of Government Efficiency efforts, Doge, led by Musk, to fund these stimulus checks. The plan is to generate $2 billion in federal budget savings, with a portion allocated to taxpayer rebates. This approach not only aims to promote immediate financial support, but also seeks to implement long-term spending control measures. Under this proposal, taxpayers would receive 20% of savings generated by Doge program, while another 20% will be directed towards reducing the national debt. So contributing to the national deficit was what I and many people were assuming is not the case. This actually is a strategy to put money back in to the economy to relieve 20% of national debt. So it's national debt reduction strategy. Y'all, cause we can ponder all we want. We can, think negatively, but this is a positive move, in my opinion. This is a positive move. And I am grateful to receive a $5,000 check when it's dished out. I appreciate it. I appreciate the stimulus, and I will cash it. Okay. Hopefully we should look forward to these checks. I believe is in 2026, February of 2026. I believe that is the proposed date of distribution. We'll hear more over the year term on the details of this, because I'm going to stay up on this, honey. I'm staying up on money. A lot is going on. It's scary. And we have to have multiple streams of income and knowledge in place. We got to be making the right money moves to secure ourselves financially long term for our projected retirement. Let's not wait to save for retirement when you're approaching retirement. We should be saving for retirement now. It is not a flex to live on Social Security alone. And I know that because I'm in fear that my mother is getting into that situation. And I need to be there for her. And I want to make sure that I don't slip into that situation because I will not be living off of Social Security income only. I mean, there are too many opportunities. I already implement multiple streams of income. There's too many gig services out here and other online jobs. I will be providing some content on some work from home jobs that I became knowledgeable of. I just want to do a little bit more research on them, a whole list. Some that I actually want to look into just as another source of income. Why not? If I have the time, I have the space to create a home office, which I do. And a lot of you guys do as well. A lot of you guys already have remote positions or coming from remote positions. There are still remote opportunities out there, private sector remote opportunities. People are still looking for digital research and analysts, all the things. So tap into what may rock with your niche and go with it. Add it as an additional income source to your 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing in addition to your gig work. You doing ride share, food share, all the things. Get that money. Save that money. Invest that money. All right. That was my positive money motivation bit for you guys and for myself. Yes, God. This whole idea of people not liking America, it's been a running thing for a while. People want to uproot, leave America, go to other countries, live abroad permanently, pretty much denounce American citizenship, not become a dual citizen, but just denounce American citizenship altogether. Holding high favoritism to other countries, some without much research. I actually want to make commentary about that because in my opinion, don't be so quick to leave America, just denounce America, which is still a country of democracy. It still is. It still favors both parties. And you still have a voice in America versus going to other countries where the platform is more of a dictatorship. Your governance is a dictation. Your voice is minute, if not altogether muted. I don't think people really understand that. So when people are looking into leaving America, leaving the United States, going off to a third world country, do your research and take in mind that laws are different globally. Government is different globally. You can mess around and find out for a minor offense, such as marijuana possession or some type of petty type of offense. And I'm meaning like marijuana, meaning like very small amount of marijuana in most states within the U.S. is still considered minute. There are like diversion programs in place. It's, you're not getting the book thrown at you. You understand? For something like possession, something that on the lines of what happened to Brittany, who was in Russia and was caught with a vape pen. Look what we had to go through with our United States Embassy to get her back here out of Russia's custody. We had to work with the Russian embassy. So people don't realize you can mess around and find out. Not saying that's what you're doing. Any type of minor offense is not going to be weighed the same as is weighed in the United States of America in another country. Just understand that. I don't think people do. So people end up going over there and not even related to getting in trouble or getting caught with anything. Just related to the standard way of living, Western way of living. Understand that it's more Western civilization in North America than in other countries. They may have pockets of Western civilization when you go into more metropolitan areas of the country, like going to Africa, go to Johannesburg. You know, when you're going to different countries, you go into the more westernized parish of that country. You know, you want to go into a more westernized parish. In my opinion, I would want to go to something that's more comparable to my westernized living, just with a cheaper cost of living. That would be my mindset. I think people's mindset may be on that, but when they get there, they may experience something different and realize that maybe they didn't do enough research on the destination, the location, and then they grow to become bored. They also grow to become unfulfilled because they realize that I really want to have some of the things I had in Western civilization in North America here as well. And it's more difficult to find products and services. It's more expensive to have them shipped, even though you're using Amazon. The whole process, it may work for some nomads who are doing stuff like that to make an actual living in another country, but just for the common people, just off the top of the dome, who is just claiming to be sick of this country and ready to leave, I don't think it's such a wise move without adequate research and consideration on the things that I just listed. Because I'm going to say it here, I'm a proud American. I love America. This is where I was born. When I've been talking about the deep ancestral derivative and all that, I'm not talking about that. Where my folks, my black folks really came from and all that. I'm not natively from Africa, but my ancestry is, you know, our ancestors, yes. But me, I was born free and I was born in the United States of America. I am American. My father served for the United States for 27 years. Served among other situations, but one that I could recall was Operation Desert Storm. So my family put in the time. We have patriotism to this country. Plus, I just have natural patriotism because of how hard people have fought in this country to gain freedom. Now freedom has been established and all other opportunities. We got to deal with the offsets of all the other stuff, capitalism and all that. But essentially, this place is the place to be, which is why we constantly have the influx of immigrants coming in, refugees. The United States, North America is still a hot commodity, regardless of what people think. So you can mess around and find out, leave. You'll end up coming back at a point. I would suggest dual citizenship. All countries don't accept dual citizenship. You have to denounce your citizenship here to go to certain countries. But I know Ghana accepts dual citizenship. And I know I want to be a part of the motherland. And that's something I'll eventually look into because I want dual citizenship in both here and in Africa and in Jamaica. You feel me? I want to be a part of where people my color are that look like me. I love it. I love all races and ethnicity. But I want to be in the mix with people who look like me at times. Why not? It's a great feeling. That's why I always go to Jamaica. I'm a regular visitor. Okay? So it makes sense for me to eventually become a dual citizen. Eventually, you know? I believe from my research, I believe they allow it. But, you know, I know, what to consider with that. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for complete citizenship anywhere. I still want to hold on to the U.S. because I still take pride in the United States of America. I guess people don't feel that way. And if you say that, I'm a little afraid to say that. I might lose subscribers, whatever, but it's like you can't have patriotism, or you looked at as being a right wing. You the wrong wing. Something's wrong with you if you like America. America is this, that. Listen, all I know is I'm staying tried and true to my country. I'm not going to just denounce my country altogether because I know the laws and I know how it works. And I know what can happen when people step out of other countries. And just, to me, security in a sense lessens. And you just have to be aware of that. Be prepared for it. That's all. But take all these nuggets into consideration before just uprooting citizenship from America, denouncing it. There's nothing wrong with having dual citizenship, but don't denounce what still supports you. There's still more opportunities here than there. Regardless of what's running around, no jobs, this, that, the third, there are still statistically more opportunities here than there. So take that in consideration, y'all. But before you denounce this country altogether, take some pride in your country as well. Take some pride, not just on the existing state of what you experience, what we have gone through, but as of this time, but what we have been through, what we have accomplished over centuries, which makes America what America is today. So I wasn't trying to give y'all all that, but it's just like that's natural flowing stuff out of me. And that touched my heart because I see a lot of people making negative content about this country when this country still affords opportunity to you. This country just is a country where you got to go out and get it. Go and get it. But it's out there. But this is a country of capitalism now. It puts you to work. But ain't no different than the work that you get put to in other countries for lower rates, less amenities, unless you in Thailand. You got to denounce you have to denounce your citizenship to go to Thailand. Because I was looking at Bangkok. Okay? Those $700 high rise, fully equipped, beautiful sized and landscaped apartments. Okay? Black folks over there living. But you denounce your citizenship, and that's just something that I don't want to do. I don't want to denounce my citizenship, and I still want to live among diversity. I don't want to be too much of a language barrier that I can't become acquainted with. Y'all, super excited about my Zepbound. Like I'm so excited to feel at comfort with where I'm at with my medications in maintenance. Like, I didn't think I would get to this point. I'm approaching a year. I really am approaching a year, March 8th. And then I'll be coming up on a year's supply of the Zepbound pens with my dosing schedule to be once a month or bi-weekly. But typically I'm going to hit the once a month mark. I think I might just start with that. We'll see. But I think the once a month is going to work for me for my maintenance strategy, y'all. I do well on my supplements. I do well if I need supplementation of my appetite suppression with glucosamine, konjac root. I could take 2.3 milligrams of that a day or a little bit more if I feel like I need it. It works. It works well for me. So in the event I need a little extra bump for suppression because I only inject it once a month, so the last 2 weeks I might need a bump, then I'll take my glucamine in each day, and that will suppress me. That will give me the supplementation. I realize it's working for me as I've been using it for a month. Just with that lipo B, as well as that very old last dose that I had of GLP-1 tirzepatide compound. After collecting that data, I realized that it is definitely an optimal strategy for me. So I'm going to stick to it. It's maintenance. And here's the thing. I want maintenance without deprivation. So me having the Zepbound is not for the purposes of to continue pounds down. It's for the purpose of maintaining my weight and aiding with my continued body recomposition efforts. So I'm just stabilizing my appetite suppression. That's pretty much it. And I'm working towards fat loss, which can be attributed to Zepbound, the fat loss / weight loss, but more so it would end up being weight loss. And I don't want weight loss. I just don't want stuff coming off. I want fat coming off specifically. GLP-1 doesn't, like, it's not a targeter. Lipo B is a targeter. Okay? It's a target fat burner. And I love it. It's definitely working for me. I see the difference in the lower, in my lower glutes. I see it plumping up. Also, the collagen that I've been taking for 2 months, is the Alaskan collagen is doing this thing too, in conjunction with my lipo B. I take vitamin D. That does everything for your skin as well. And other things. These supplements really work and help. You got to take them religiously and be patient and see the effects. But they're all a part of my body recon. All of it. So I see the difference with the lipo B. Absolutely. I'm going to continue it. I wasn't seeing much of a difference before because I was splitting the dose too small. I was taking 50 units. I wasn't taking the 100 units in the beginning of the week and 100 at the end. And then, continue the healthy systems of practice and your exercise routine. I will, I am seeing the fat burning results. So that's positive. So I'm going to continue on that even with the Zepbound, but just rely on Zepbound for marginal suppression. That's all through the month. With everything else I have in place, I don't have to weekly inject. And I don't want to weekly inject. I don't want to deprive myself through food. For me, weekly injections is going to give me too much suppression, is what I believe. Especially on 5 milligram. It's like a reset. I already have to prepare myself to experience some side effects of doing 5 milligram after being off of it for a good period. My last injection was was February 2nd. It's March 4th. I've been operating on lipo B, glucamine, and all my supplements. That's what I've been operating off of. And my exercise routine daily and hitting my maintenance calories, that's what the system has been. But increasing my calories based off of my expenditure. I expend at least 1,000 plus calories a day. So that opens up the allowance of more calories that benefits me to further support my body recomposition, which gives me more girth I got to eat more. And I like eating the good carbs. I can't stay away from the carbs because the carbs are fillers, protein fillers, girth fillers, butt fillers, chest fillers, all of that. Carbs support muscle support. Do the research. Complex carbs. So me just completely depriving myself of carbs and just completely focusing on protein only is not an ideal maintenance life for me. It's not enjoyable. I don't feel energized. Carbohydrates provide energy for further performance enhancement. I'm working out daily. I'm building a body. I have to eat carbs. And I can't be overdosed with GLP-1 to the point where I can't consume at least 1,800 calories. At least. I teeter between 18 and 2,000. Being honest with you, that's how I'm doing it. I'm teetering between 1,800 and 2,000 calories based on expenditure. But I have a consistent expenditure of at least 1,000 plus a day. So my typical 1,700 calorie maintenance can go up to 2,500, 26. I don't go up to that every day, but sometimes I can tap into it with my healthy options. They still add up calorically, but I feel good about it, what I'm consuming. My mental state feels good. I don't feel hangry. I don't feel in a sunken space. I don't feel like I'm deprived. All those feelings that come when you just focus solely on protein only and X out as many carbs as you can. That's not sustainable for me. If anything, it's being dirty keto. I love to be dirty keto. Solely keto? No. Dirty keto? Yes. The incorporation of keto products or the incorporation of just fiber into your foods to offset the carbs, that's me all day. I just ate a bowl of pasta with marinara sauce, but what was inside of it? String beans, Brussels sprouts, other vegetables. But I made sure I had fibrous vegetables within the pasta to offset the carbs. But I still was satiated. See, that's life for me. That's enjoyment. Having a cookie what I want, but making sure that cookie got a little bit more fiber in it. It's a keto cookie, and if it's not a keto cookie, I might try to make it to a keto cookie because I'm learning baking keto. Whatever, just learning how to use fiber in foods so that you can have more enjoyment for your carbs. Don't just completely cut them all together. And if you're not adding the fiber, just be mindful of the moderation of the carbs that are not full of fiber. But I don't think they should be completely excluded from your lifestyle. Just my opinion. I need them. They're doing wonderful things for me. I realized that I could thrive with weight loss with being strict keto because I have and I was in the beginning with Zepbound, but not sustainable. My enjoyment, I mean, I force myself to continue it, but it's not practical. It's not a lifestyle of enjoyment for me. Maintenance is my lifestyle. I want to live and enjoy and still have a good physique. That's all. Hope some of this info benefited you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be real.